and welcome to this A2 Elementary Lesson 10 with me, Kate. Today we're going to be looking at present simple questions. So before we do that, let's recap just generally the present simple. For example here, Danny is a footballer, but now he is reading a book. He is not playing football, he's reading, but he plays football. He's a footballer. This is an example of present simple. Other examples might be, I live with my parents. He works in an office. They speak Chinese. We use the present simple to talk about things in general. We use it to say that something happens all the time or repeatedly, a habit, or that something is just always true. Okay, when we have the present simple and we want to make a question or a negative, we use the auxiliary verb to do, and we use it in these forms, do and does. For example, do you drive? Does it drive? You don't drive. She doesn't drive. You'll notice that we use do with the subjects I, we, you, they, and don't with the subjects I, we, you, they, and we use does with he, she, and it, and doesn't with he, she, and it. For example, here's my present simple question. You work for a large bank. In question form, do you work for a large bank? And in its negative form, no, you don't work for a large bank. Let's look at another example. He speaks Japanese. In question form, does he speak Japanese? Now, you'll notice that in the present simple statement, we use the S at the end of the verb. When we are now asking a question, we don't have the S at the end. Let's look at the negative. No, he doesn't speak Japanese. Again, we don't have the S at the end of the verb. Let's look at another example. She drinks tea every day. Question form, does she drink tea every day? And the negative, no, she doesn't drink tea every day. Okay, now it's your turn. So here I want you to put the words into the question form, ask me, and the negative form. The statement is study Strasbourg University. Can you ask me a question using these words? Do you study at Strasbourg University? Now I want you to use these words to make a negative sentence. No, I don't study at Strasbourg University. Okay, let's try another one. This time I want you to put the words into the question form, but I want you to ask me about my son and the negative form. And the words are eat cheese. Can you ask me a question about my son using these words? Does he eat cheese? And now, can you put these words into the negative form? No, he doesn't eat cheese. Okay, another example. This time, I want you to put the words into the question form. I want you to ask me about my parents and the negative form. And the prompt words are live, large, city. Can you use these words to ask me a question about my parents? Okay, so we have, do they live in a large city? And the negative form. No, they don't live in a large city. Okay, now usually when we're asked a question in the present simple, We don't give a long answer like, no, they don't live in a large city. We give short answers. No, they don't. If you were going to answer, you would say either yes, I do for the affirmative, or no, I don't for the negative. I want you to listen. I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to answer. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Here we go. Do you live in a big city? Do you go to English classes? Do you live with your parents? Do you work long hours? Do you speak Russian? Do you eat in restaurants a lot? Do you study at university? Do you drink tea? Okay, well done. Now let's have a look at those questions that I've just asked you. Now I want to work on some pronunciation. I want you to listen and repeat each sentence. Let's look at the first one. Do you live in a big city? Notice the do you gets squashed together. We say dia, dia. And then our stressed words are live, big, city. In and a are not important. Listen and repeat again. Do you live in a big city? Let's try the next one. Do you go to English classes? Do you go to English classes? Next one. Do you live with your parents? Do you live with your parents? Next one. Do you work long hours? Do you work long hours? Do you speak Russian? Do you speak Russian? Do you eat in restaurants a lot? Do you eat in restaurants a lot? Do you study at university? Do you study at university? Do you drink tea? Do you drink tea? Okay, now here I have some questions and some answers. We have the short response and then an expansion. For each one, I want you to look and think, what are the missing words? Okay, let's look at this first one here. What do you think the missing words are? Listen. Do you eat meat? No, I don't. I only eat fish. Do you eat meat? No, I don't. I only eat fish. Let's look at the next one. Do you and your family live in a house? No, we don't. We live in a flat. Do you and your family live in a house? No, we don't. We live in a flat. Next one. Do your parents speak English? Yes, they do. Do your parents speak English? Yes, they do. Do you work for a big company? No, I don't. I work for a small company. Do you work for a big company? No, I don't. I work for a small company. The last one. Do you and your friends go to the cinema a lot? Yes, we do. We love the cinema. Do you and your friends go to the cinema a lot? Yes, we do. We love the cinema. Well done. That's it for today. I have a question for you, although it's not complete. Can you complete the question with a word? Do you green tea? Do you drink green tea? Please leave your responses in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate your support. And coming next in lesson 11, again, we'll be looking at the present simple, this time with more of a focus on the difference between positive and negative phrases. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.